So how will the markets be impacted? We saw Friday the loonie closed at its lowest level since 2003, hitting 67 cents. The Bank of Canada predicting this tariff war will bring a recession. With more on this side of the story, let's bring in money expert Rubina Ahmed-Haq. All right, Rubina, David was touching upon it, what will immediately become more expensive?
Groceries. We're immediately going to see that when we check out our groceries next weekend. Say you do a weekly grocery shop, anything that comes up from the United States is going to become more expensive. And this is on top of these higher prices that we've already been paying. Remember, that same basket of goods that we used to buy just a couple of years ago is now 17% more expensive. So anything that is produced in the U.S. that we are buying here, so strawberries, eggs, milk, butter, margarine, you mentioned mayonnaise, all these items are going to get more expensive, especially the perishable ones, because a lot of that is trucked up from the U.S.
Well, we saw in Donald Trump's first presidency that one of the benchmarks by which he measures his work was the U.S. stock market. So what should Canadians do to protect their investments?
So my attitude is always play the long game. Don't react to markets. Even if you go back to when the pandemic started and markets reacted badly, a lot of people capitulated. They got worried. They got out of the market. They sold their investments. For those who stayed in the market, they would be much better off than those who tried to time it by getting out and getting in. So if your retirement is 20 years away, this is something, again, that is a market event that you should absolutely be talking to your financial advisor, maybe making sure that you are protected. But doing something dramatic is only going to make your chances of recovery that much worse, because we know that getting in and out of the market is not something that most of us can do successfully.
Rubina, are there any economic bright spots?
I think the major bright spot, and David Aiken touched on that a little bit, is that we're going to get better provincial trade. There's a lot of things that we can't buy from British Columbia, from Quebec. We're here in Ontario because of these provincial trade barriers that exist. I really have felt quite Canadian this weekend, quite emotional about it, to be honest. Hearing what's happening, I don't like that we're booing the American anthem, but I think that is a reaction to just the country coming together. We have our own problems, and this may be a effect of us looking in our own borders of what can we buy, what Canadian made products. I know I'll definitely be looking at the back of the package, something I've never done before. I've never really cared so much about it before. I mean, I'm a personal finance journalist. I care about what things cost, but I'm going to make that concerted effort. And I think a lot of Canadians will do the same. And we'll start to get to know what products we produce in this country and pay more attention to them.
All right. Thank you, Rubina, for that update.